Good morning. We are on day number 7, countdown to Christmas. Let's see. We gotta turn them over this way, Andrew.
That's fine.
Yep. Oh, I see number 7. I'm gonna turn it over and see what the picture is. Let's see, what's the picture, Andrew? What do you see? Let's read it first. Sweetie, come here. Let's read it. It says, God provided mercy and saved the lives of the entire nation of Israel through Joseph's willing obedience during hardships. Okay, Mommy's going to hold it up. Can you do the safety pin for me?
Okay. I need me to hold it.
Okay.
Can you get that?
Let's see. Sorry, on the videography here. Okay, let's get it done. There we go. Okay, sit down, buddy. Israel had 2 wives. And he loved his wife Rachel more than his wife Leah. Rachel had a hard time having children. In fact, only 2 of Israel's 12 sons were Rachel's sons. Do you know what their names were? Joseph and Benjamin. Okay, we've got to look up Genesis 37, 3 and 4. It says, Now Israel loved Joseph more than all his children. Because he was a son of his old age. And he made him a coat of many colors. I'll read verse 4. And when his brethren saw that his father loved him more than all of them, they hated him and could not speak peaceably unto him. Oh, that would be so sad. Israel gave Joseph a beautiful coat of colors to wear. He treated Joseph special, and his brothers became very jealous. One day, when Joseph was sent to check on them, his brothers ripped off his coat and sold him into slavery. Over the years, Joseph worked as a slave, got thrown into jail for something he didn't do, and eventually got called to interpret a dream for Pharaoh, the leader of Egypt. Pleased with his wisdom, Pharaoh promoted Joseph to second in command in Egypt. Meanwhile, there was a famine in the land, and Israel's family were starving. Let's look at Genesis 42. What did Jacob send his sons to Egypt to do? Genesis 42, 1 through 3. Oh, good, Andrew. Get your Bible out. We've got another verse I need you to read in just a minute. Can you get your Bible out? I'll read this one for us. It says, Now when Jacob saw that there was corn in Egypt, Jacob said unto his sons, Why do ye look upon one another? And he said, Behold, I have heard that there is corn in Egypt. Get you down thither, and bring for us from thence, that we may live and not die. And Joseph's 10 brethren went down to buy corn in Egypt. Joseph's brothers, the ones who sold him into slavery, were about to go before him and beg for food. Of course, the brothers didn't recognize Joseph because he looked like an Egyptian. He had Egyptian clothes and an Egyptian haircut. Eventually, Joseph told them who he was, and then he tells them that he has forgiven them. That what they did was awful, but God meant it for good. Let's read about that in Genesis 45. Let me show you, Andrew. So we're going to look at Genesis. Genesis is at the very beginning of the Bible. Genesis 45. Got to find a 4 and a 5 together. Okay, Genesis 45. All right, let's see. We'll turn here in Nathaniel's Bible as well.
Might be go right back.
Really? You're going to go and be right back? All right, let's not cut anybody's head off. Then Joseph could not refrain himself before them all that stood by, and he cried, Cause every man to go out from me. And there stood no man with him, while Joseph made himself known unto his brethren. And he wept aloud. And the Egyptians in the house of Pharaoh heard. And Joseph said unto his brethren, I am Joseph. Does my father still live? And his brethren could not answer him, for they were troubled at his presence. Joseph said unto his brethren, Come near to me, I pray you. And they came near. And he said, I am Joseph your brother, whom you sold into Egypt. Now therefore be not grieved nor angry with yourself that ye sold me hither, for God did send me before you to preserve life. For in these 2 years both the famine has been in the land, and yet there are 5 more years in which shall neither be ear nor harvest. God sent me before you to preserve you a posterity in the earth, and to save your lives by a great deliverance. So now it was not you that sent me hither, but God. And he hath made me a father to Pharaoh and lord of all his house, and a ruler throughout the land of Egypt. What was Joseph's attitude toward his brothers, Nathaniel?
Good.
How do you think you would feel if somebody had been really, really mean to you and then you saw them years later?
Happy. Very happy.
Would you be happy to see people that have been mean to you?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, so Joseph, I admire Joseph because Joseph did something many people aren't willing to do. Instead of focusing on the actions of his brothers and the hardships of his life, he forgives them for all they've done. This is huge. God provided mercy and saved the lives of the entire nation of Israel through Joseph's willing obedience during hard times. Joseph was not in the lineage of Christ, but he was a key part of the story because through him, his brothers' lives were saved. So today, our assignment is to draw how God showed mercy through Joseph's story, and that we should pray and ask God to help us not to become jealous and to forgive others. Why did you do that?
I put the trust down.
Andrew! We were working on drawing, and Andrew's telling us the marker that's missing, he put it in the trash can. You don't want to put stuff in the trash can because then it's gone. That's so sad. Andrew, tell me about your picture. Can you hold it up for Mommy?
I need a little more.
Oh, you need a little more. Okay.
What? Hey, I got steam.
We got snowmen with the boys' names on them. And Andrew's very creative with his snowman.
Jump off the deal. I gotta jump off the deal. And then jump off the deal.
Andrew finished his masterpiece. Andrew, what did you draw? Can you tell me?
This is the waddle.
Yeah?
And I haven't made one wall.
Okay.
So I have to.
Okay.
I have.
Oh, there you go. What is it, Andrew?
It is a spaceship.
Oh, okay.
So first we have all the corn.
Okay.
See all the corn?
I see the corn, yes.
The
Oh, so the bright yellow is corn with the shucks around it?
yeah.
Nice, okay.
And then this is the person that was Joseph, and then that was all his brothers.
You said you made exactly 10, huh?
Yep, and this says Gateway to Egypt.
Aha, so they came through the gateway to Egypt to get corn.
And the sun and the sky.
I love it, Nathaniel. Nice work with that. You put a lot of detail into that. Thank you, buddy. Do you have anything to tell everybody for tomorrow?
Tune in for Poem 8.
All right, sounds good.